Hi everybody, this is Karak with ACG, and welcome to the next episode of Divinity Original Sin, our Let's Play. Enjoying it so far. Have found some bugs and had to just reset as I was trying to record for you guys. A pretty nefarious bug involving the audio, where basically all the side characters continue to talk relentlessly. They just never stop. Or it doesn't seem like they stop. So I reset it and that's gone. Or seems to be lessened. Also, somebody had asked me, Karak, why is it that you seem to bash like a locked, door or a locked chest and then look for items? I can guarantee you what may appear to be me looking for items is really me just smashing more shit. Put this out with my water balloon. Okay. I saved the day as always. Graphically, there's still just, like I've said, a really good aesthetic. One thing I've also noticed in this game versus other games is, anything in barrels and in wicker baskets and stuff like that, the stuff is actually really good. Like, you don't find as much crap as you do in other games. You do find crap, by all means, but there's also nice stuff.
All sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do nothing but look on. Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago.
We were merchants.
We're little more than 3 men with nothing more to say than boo. These damn orcs. They can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves. With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure. Maybe you can keep an eye out, though.
So looking at our log here, this is your log for different quests. You can see what you've done and what you need to do. Pretty nice.
That's the source hunter. Go on.
We put this fire out, and we can filter out completed, and you'll notice that we only really actually have 3 here. It's strange because the way they did the log, they could have easily had the log filter your steps with open here instead of something like this basically down here, so you can see, oh, completed, not completed. But instead they went with sort of an odd way of doing the log. All your dialogues are saved up, which I thought was nice and is a step in the right direction for games like this, because a lot of us don't have the time or the money to spend, or sorry, the time or the attention to, create journals and stuff like that. And this saves all those conversations for you. Let's see.
And don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the
Cool.
music
Looks
council.
like I do have some repairing to do.
Is that why we never sail for use the war anymore? Speaking of useful yore,
Couple things slightly damaged, nothing big.
that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a
Sell that.
joyride?
Certainly can sell that. That.
Straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love
That.
note to the lizard councillor's wife.
That. Silence, we'll get rid of that. I've never been a big fan of the silence spells. I've never been able to use them properly or in time. Just my fault. Nothing against the game. Nothing against any game. I just personally haven't ever been able to do it.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain
Ooh, 171. Wow, they...
No, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Okay, this button meets up. I always forget. There we go. All right. It's unfortunate, but I needed that healing potion. Otherwise, I just have to basically murder people and bathe in their blood to heal up, which sounds fun, and it's a really good Saturday night, but plain and simple, I just can't continue to do it.
that loopy legionnaire really
We got some fish here. What do we got? Some halibut? What is that? What's that called? Red snapper. Yeah, that's what it is.
the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's
Oh, I want... There's more fish there. I want all of it. I just can't have it. Like I've said before, I love this clean aesthetic to the game, and it's so nice getting a high frame rate. Frame rate's just really good regardless of what you're doing. We will see it tank a bit, I'm sure, once we get into the farther areas and you start casting multiple environmental spells. That's where it sort of tanked in the past. But
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
as long as it doesn't say that I'm stealing anything, I am going to take everything. I am at the starting of this, so it feels... Now, in this game, you can get, like, animal speak. You can talk to the animals, and they'll even help you during quests and stuff, but I don't have it yet.
I can't even smell the sea air over this front.
Giving up the waypoint shrine. Okay, cool. Now, basically, that just allows you to fast travel across the map, as it said.
Size sail, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
Fancy a sip, skipper? You deserve a drink after handling them orcs. Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
More was added to the log, but I don't see where anything more was. That's all right. We are going to investigate the docks first, get this out of the way. Again, collecting what I can, because not only can you craft with the fish and stuff like that, but you can eat them, cook them. Always actually very useful to take this stuff with you. And in this game, and the way healing and stuff like that's handled, it actually makes a lot of sense. Keep up on it. What's weird is my alt button has stopped working for identifying toggle in-game menu, toggle equipment, toggle homestead, toggle info, left control. That is really odd. That camera mode is gone completely. Not sure why. Grabbing this, grabbing. Man, there's definitely just an incredible number of special items when it comes to being a ranger. You know, there's I think I've counted at least 6 or 7 different types of arrows. This canister to make bombs. This is possibly the most dangerous port ever in any fantasy game. It's funny. There's just random explosive shit everywhere in this game. Trying to see why that view is missing. No toggle anymore for items on the ground. Must have hit a button and deleted it. Or not deleted it, turned it off. Right, we want to go up.
I can't even smell it.
You remember my original review? Right here was one of the places where I zoomed in on the character and was sort of given a graphics look to the game. Matter of fact, my character looked more like her, but as a dude, which is creepier said than done. But reason why I bring it up is because it's about here where I started to notice just how how well everything ran, how cool the aesthetic was to me, and how detailed stuff is. Actually, this might have been the other place where I did it. But I mean, little things like this kind of stuff in the air, the detritus that's in the air, and then the shadows. It's really well done. The important characters, crime scene. We marked that, so we'll go to it first. Sherlock Holmes and Watson, the Wizarding Edition. I think the doorway must be back over here. It wasn't on that side. I did, though. There it is.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sycil is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight.
Wonder how much he charges. That's what he sounds like.
No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
It involves a donkey, some horseshoes, and a late night.
Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I save lives, to be sure, but today I change them. Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
Because if you do, let's read L. Ron Hubbard's Dianetics together.
Agreed. Adventuring implies frivolity. Duty does not.
You may tell yourself you dislike adventure.
This guy's not
but
listening.
The mud on your boots and the blood on your blades say otherwise. One wouldn't become a source hunter if one didn't relish the exhilaration of battle, the lust for hidden knowledge and secrets. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
Riches do not interest me.
Nor me. Wealth is but vanity.
Oh, but I know you're just being bashful. I bet that in your heart of hearts, your eyes water with joy when you discover yet another treasure during your travel. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
And here's what we're seeing within game design right now. We're seeing the problem that happens when you transfer text to speech. This game was originally created for purely text. People read much faster than these characters speak. And so what you end up getting is far more writing and then far more speech than we really need for this particular character. I know this character. I know what this is all about. And this is probably something that those people who get the enhanced version need to really, really be aware of. That the writing is traditionally created around normal text. and not around actual real vocals. And that, if you don't think that makes a difference, then I don't know what to say, because there's a reason why there's abridged and unabridged audiobooks. The plain and simple fact is there's a massive difference in this game when it comes to spoken and written words. So just a word of warning there.
Better to be served than to serve. I can...
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding, am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream. Enact the change you deserve. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab. So that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it.
I'll take my leave. Go in and investigate this murder.
You baron.
I am a duke.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane.
Hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you. It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Counselor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wish the man harm. I am the Duke of Ferrell, though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers that you've heard of me by now.
I'll take my leave.
Alistair. Once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to 9 matches when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Back, demon! Back or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. So bear's edgier than a dodecahedron these days. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Mortruce my regards next time you see him. You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do. Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side. Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, one that might concern you. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either, but ones who've taken dark magic to new heights.
So 2 things I want to point out to people. One is that the voice has had adjustments to it to make it appear like it's occurring within this inn. Now, one thing you're going to notice with a lot of games, they'll do voice, and the voice sounds like it's recorded within a studio. There's no echo, there's no reverb, there's no change-ups when it comes to the local, actual, I guess just the local auditory things that are going on. Here you actually are seeing that. If you listen, you can actually hear that little bit of an echo to her voice like she's talking in, an open area like this. And that's a really cool add to the game. Additionally, however, this character never appeared to have this kind of accent when you originally played the game. I don't remember if she was voiced or not. It's been a long time since I played this. But for some reason, that voice just sounds wrong to me. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. She could have been voiced in the original.
What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again.
With a sauce hunter. You got to watch out for sauce hunters, especially the ones that track down Tabasco sauce. Dangerous.
Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicil. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup. By the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night.
At-home security system from Wizards.
My captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles, but I'd lost him before I made it into the Sicil hinterlands. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now, but perhaps that's where you come in. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Councilor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator. Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now. And the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce hunters.
Sauce hunters.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic. Welcome aboard, Medora.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in a 100-mile radius shaking in his wee boots.
That's weird. That accent's odd to me. It's got words that don't really fit with the accent itself. I could be wrong. That voice could have been there in the original. I just do not remember it. But it's been a long time since I played this.
I dare say. What have we here? A sauce hunter.
Now, from now on, I'm going to always think Sauce Hunter.
Well, my day just became rather more stimulating. Oh, stand still then, if you don't mind. I want to take a good long look at the so-called savior of Sicil.
I'm the Sauce Hunter and the savior of Sicil. Chassanian.
As an elf, strong as an orc, but your face,
Statuesque.
quite classical, isn't it? Statuesque, some might say. Yes, smooth and sturdy as marble, yet fine as a chisel's edge.
This chick likes her S's. Jesus.
And my word, what passion burns from your eyes. Please forgive my being forward, but I dare say, can it be? You're exactly the person I've been searching for.
This feels slightly like we might be looking at some kind of impromptu impregnation, which is not.
For nearly a lifetime, it seems. Well, I'm sure you must know what I mean. Like existence itself lacked a significant component. Like if you could only fill a certain void, could connect with the right body, the right spirit. Together you could uncover new and thrilling vistas.
Hi.
I believe I have found that component, that body, that spirit within you, Source Hunter. Come, if ever we are to be united, we must truly entwine our fates. We must link our causes forevermore. Yes, you must join the Fabulous Five right away.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay.
Together, as a team, we'll explore the boundless realm before us. We'll uncover fate, inch by inch.
Ah, the Fabulous Five. I forgot all about those characters.
I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe. In any case, make it quick. You're not the only fan who wants some of my time. What do you mean, not familiar? You expect me to believe you've never heard of Alistair the Almighty? Why, I'm only the most famous wizard this side of the distance. Although, it'd be worth checking the other side too, just in case. And don't forget, I'm the most eminent member of the Fabulous Five to boot. Surely you already know we've been voted the most influential adventurers guild by SideQuest Monthly. 3 years running. Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort of concern?
Pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How did you know? Please continue interrupting my drink if you'd be so kind. How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome stranger at the bar. Let me answer by saying that who I am is hardly any of your business. And anyone with an ounce of tact would have known that already.
I'm going to ask him about him.
I suppose I can. And I could. Why would I turn my attention away from this whiskey when Mendius right outside is simply panting with excitement about the whole affair?
And then, of course, as always, you can trade with anybody. If I wanted, I could get a wooden log, but not really looking forward to getting a wooden log. All right.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who...
I swear I saw a lady in red upon the beach, but everyone laughs and says I'll see mermaids next.
We're here. Okay, you don't care. But you, what's up?
Greetings, greetings. Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. Customers rarely find me up here, but I do so abhor the hustle and bustle of the marketplace. Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
Alright, so got ourselves some skill books, which gives us, for each one that we purchase, gives us the skill, the requisite skill, which is always nice. The game really does have just an incredible amount of skills. Really good flexibility for character creation. $349. I got 450 total. Oh, and I need to put those shoes on that I still have. I need more barter points, I think, because I really can't make much money selling this stuff right now. I should be making about 5 to 10 times what I am right now. So we'll be done with her.
This town has seen...
Never thought I'd cease.
What do you think you're doing?
I'll need to unlock this somehow.
People will hear me if I try to smash into that. So, we'll go back downstairs. Thanks for the stuff. So what it's asking us to do is go and talk. If you guys remember when I talked to this guy, he says I need to go talk to Captain Arias to actually get in there and basically perform that step. Let's talk to the barkeep real quick.
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or three, so what'll it be? Have a seat and stay a while. Mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive subject? Death and dark magic ain't exactly great for business, you know. That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman, though I regret to say I can't say exactly who. This inn isn't in the business of asking many questions, if you know what I mean. She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions after many similar concerning a certain Esmeralda. Figured this were just more at same.
Esmeralda? I thought that was the wife.
Go into room that night. Someone tall, built broad like a man, but shrouded the same as she. Again, standard practice for Mrs. Counselor and her visitors. I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. I jumped up and grabbed me grandpappy's machete, bleary-eyed and awash in fright. By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. There was only Jake on the floor, dead, surrounded by what may as well have been a battlefield. Whoever done it has escaped through the window, but I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I hightailed it to the Legion barracks faster than a jackrabbit after that. Councillor Jake, that poor man, I knew too much about his affairs, you know. Never figured it my business to say anything, but after all that's happened, I wonder if that weren't a grave mistake. Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know. He's called the Duke of Ferrol, a high title for a low man. If you haven't yet asked him about Esmeralda, I'd recommend it.
Okay, great. So we found out that the Duke, who we talked about too earlier, actually knew her. And so we'll go ahead and have a little discussion with him. But also, do you have any work for a trio of sailors? So those sailors that had their boat burned down, let's see what we can see.
Sailors, truly wish I could help you, but I'm barely keeping afloat as it is.
Okay. Can't help them.
The closest I've got to my facts is when I leave over long line.
Careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say.
All right, here's Duke Ferrol. We'll go ahead and end this part of the walkthrough. When next we return, we'll go ahead and discuss with him about Esmeralda and the murder of Jake and see what we can see. If you like these videos, hit thumbs up. If you dislike them, hit thumbs down. And as always, peace out.